Yo, we back. Working on some. I'm gonna work on a little reel, or at least I'm gonna try to. In this time, who knows? We'll see what's up. But I got this classical music that I'm gonna try to use and give it like a, I don't know, just a classical fucking vibe to it. Um, so yeah, let me get started on that. We're gonna stretch this out. The music. Oh wait, let me go back and put projects, finished projects, breakdown projects. Do I not have all my? I was getting a little. I was taking a lot of my stuff off. Um. All right, let's see if y'all can hear this. We want to make it about a minute. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Yo, so the way this is gonna work is I'm gonna be live streaming Monday through Friday from noon till 4 p.m. every day. 4 hours I'm gonna be on here live. It's called Open Office with Gorilla Flicks, and in those 4 hours you're gonna see me work. You're gonna see me chill. I might eat. I might have a guest. I might be on a business call. I may be breaking down some fucking next level shit. Basically, anything that I'm doing, I'm gonna try to expose as much of it as I can on this live stream. So that's kind of the structure of it. What I'm also gonna do is, if you can see back here, there's a little timer. So every time I sit down, I'm gonna set this timer up to an hour, right? Bam. We set an hour. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be sitting down. I'm gonna be live streaming. When that timer goes off, I'm gonna be on the be right back mode. I'm gonna cut to be right back. I'm gonna go take a 10 to 15 minute break. So how that's gonna work is in those 4 hours, I'm gonna be taking 15-minute breaks after every hour, basically, and we'll see kind of how it goes from there. But I'm basically ready to do it for that whole 4 hours. So I'm about to go to the bathroom right now. I'll be right back. Yeah, man. So, yo, if I'm fucking with my lip and you see this red thing, I swear I don't have herpes. I went to the beach and I was trying to like lick the salt off my bottom lip, and I think it like fucking chapped it up real bad. So, I've been dealing with that. But we here.
In today's video, we're gonna be...
You know what movie I'm so goddamn excited to see? It's not even funny. Napoleon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this movie looks incredible.
I didn't even hear about it.
Son,
Yeah,
we really wiped Napoleon from the history books. We talk about the French like they're pussies and they never won a war. They almost conquered the world.
Come on, dude.
And we've completely wiped that away. Like they retreat from every battle. They're a bunch of bitches. That is our idea. That is like the British American idea of the French.
Propaganda.
Napoleon was busting their ass. Now, to be fair, he's Italian. He's from Corsica.
Bonaparte, yeah.
Bonaparte.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest, right?
Yeah.
At the time, Corsica's part of France, but he's a real Italian guy. He's got that Roman blood. We need to conquer the world. And there's no way a real French person can
Every
do
great
this.
leader's an outsider, okay?
Talk that shit.
Guy from
Alexander
Vienna.
the Great was not Greek.
Yeah.
Well, he's Macedonian. There is no Greek empire at the time. The Macedonians were the empire. That's the other thing. Greece doesn't exist until,
So there
much
you go.
later.
Yeah.
So
I remember
him,
telling
that
me
There's no real Greece. I know the Greeks are going to be upset about this, but like Greece doesn't exist until much later. There were tiny empires that, not even empires, there were tiny like city-states, what do they call them, polis or something like that?
Yeah.
Polis. And they all looked at themselves as their own independent countries. So it wasn't like, yeah, we're all Greek.
Yeah.
Greek was the common language.
Yeah, I didn't know Athens. I thought Athens and Sparta had beef the way like
They do.
fucking Philly and DC had beef, but we're still American. They were like, we have beef and that's it.
Like the
There's
British
no,
and the
we're still
French
Greek.
have beef.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a story with like every country. Like India is like all these warring tribes, and then now they're Indian.
Nah, but there was a great Indian emperor who like organized that shit. I forget that motherfucker's name. I was just reading about.
You know,
it.
I don't know.
But yeah, same with like the Persians. Like, yo, the Persians were
Persians
about
were
that
bad
fucking life,
motherfuckers,
and we
yeah.
don't hear, learn about them at all because they're Iranian. But
I didn't know that about that till
son,
300.
nobody would even. This is gonna sound crazy. Nobody would talk about Alexander the Great if he didn't take down the Persian Empire. I think he killed, or I don't know if he killed Cyrus, or maybe Cyrus died in battle, but like he took out the Persians. Nobody done that before.
Yeah.
Because crossing them mountains was crazy, but Alexander the Great was about that business.
Genghis Khan, my dad said like just crazy how many people
Did he run
conquered.
through y'all?
I don't know if he ran through all y'all. My dad always tells me a story about like just how brutal he was. He said his whole goal when he took over one village was to be so fucking awful to them and massacre them so thoroughly the next
spread.
village would hear about it and be like, let's just not even. Let's surrender before they even come. If you fight, you're gonna get fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway,
the Napoleon shit, like, I sent you that article that apparently, like, before Hitler.
I remember you telling me
Yeah,
this.
people in the early 1900s, and they talk about like the worst man ever, like who's the most evil person you could ever like personify. It was Napoleon.
Who wrote that article?
Hitler's friends. I don't know. I just said
They wrote it
something.
before Hitler was born.
The new one.
That was an odd question. He did his best with that. yo.
No, the reason why I'm saying is that might be like British propaganda,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because like, that's the thing. Napoleon, wild dude. I was talking to Shane about this actually. We were at the cellar, and Tim. But like, he invents the idea of the war state, which is kind of like what we all have now. Like, if you look at America in World War II, Ford stops making the cars and they start making the vehicles for war, right? And the whole country operates as a war machine, the military-industrial complex. This idea is invented by Napoleon.
Like turn industry into war.
The country
industry?
is war.
That's total war, right? Where like
Total war.
The women are doing it, like
Exactly.
everyone's involved.
What we think a lot of times with total war is we think of Tecumseh Sherman, which you were referencing earlier, and that's more just like, I'm gonna blaze through everything. This is
Scorched
during the
earth,
scorched
right?
earth, yeah,
Yeah.
Civil War.
Genghis Khan type shit.
Yes, and which when you think about it, it's like, it's a really tragic way of looking at war because you lose, not only do you lose all this innocent lives, but you lose all the culture, all the relics. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, this has probably happened tons of times in Europe, and like the city of Babylon is fucking done probably because of scorched earth, total war, whatever. But total war in terms of like everybody there is working for the cause. And I was asking the guys, I was like, what was his competitive advantage? And he was like, artillery. Like other people had developed, obviously gunpowder comes from China, right?
Sure.
But they invented gunpowder, right? But like the cannon is Napoleon, like perfected, and the use of it. I mean, just like busting people's ass, war strategy. And I think what happened was since Britain, Russia, and maybe even Germany had to come together, I think they were called the Ententes or something like that, come together to stop Napoleon, of course, we're going to write about him as if he was the shortest guy ever.
Yeah.
The guy was like 5'8", which is like normal for the
Yeah, I
time.
think it was average for
That's
the
a
time.
great height, I think. I mean, I'd take it.
Yeah, for the
I'd take
time,
it now,
it's like you
man.
should have been born back then.
Yeah. Or just be in
Yeah.
India.
Maybe he was born back then. He came back. You know what I'm
They ran
saying?
it back,
Come on, I
same
got
body.
you. Let's go.
Same body. They didn't upgrade you.
There's gotta be someone that happened to, right?
You're like a BlackBerry.
they reincarnated as themselves. They'd be like, fuck, I gotta do this again? Shit.
5'6".
5'6".
Napoleon.
But that could be
What a
Britain
bitch, dude.
saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying
Who
to
wrote
say.
that article? Come on, man.
So wait, what were you saying about what it was when I asked you about who wrote that?
Oh, I mean, I thought you were just trying to get people were trying to get heat off Hitler. They'd be like, no, Napoleon was way
No,
worse than him.
and I think I would imagine that's what the British are going to be writing about this guy.
Yeah.
Because if you also look at the things he does, he was like, yo, we're getting rid of monarchies. Everybody's equal. Now he ends up placing his fucking brother as the king of Spain. He ends up being the complete hypocrite and doing all the things that he shouldn't. But he stands for the liberation of people and equality and getting rid of the monarchy, which is oppressing these people. Now, is he using that as a tool to gain favor of the oppressed, working class? Maybe. That's possible. But at the same time, like, that part is left out of history, especially when comparing him to a guy like Hitler. Hitler wasn't, hey, yeah, we just want to liberate everybody.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, I'm in charge of the whole fucking world.
Yeah.
Yeah. They turned Napoleon into a psychology term.
Son, your
all he's
Napoleon
known-
complex.
That's all he's known for.
Bro.
And that's
Just a short guy who's just like tough all the time for no reason.
Napoleon complex should mean like, yo, you are that guy. You're him.
Yeah,
You're
him.
Napoleon complex. You're him.
Yeah, you're him. You think that you should run the world.
Yeah, you're
Nothing
awesome.
to do with height.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm stoked to see that, man. And also Ridley Scott, like, this is the dude, the guy who's directing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he did
He did Gladiator.
Gladiator, like
Alien.
Alien. Also, he's like a history buff
Heaven.
and a little bit of a conspiracy buff. Like, he was all about that JFK shit. Like, he was on Rogan recently, wasn't he?
Maybe. I can't remember.
I think he was on Rogan recently.
When does that
talking
one come
about-
out?
That's
November.
Napoleon Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. They always save the
you know
big
what's
shit
cra-
for Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
Thanksgiving and Christmas are like big blockbuster days.
That makes sense. But what about
Or
the,
day
what about
after
the summer one when remember Will Smith would
It
always
feels like summer movies. Dub, you can correct me. It feels like summer movies are like popcorn flick blockbusters, like Marvel and shit. And then blockbusters that are also Oscar worthy. November and like December.
Oh, because that's probably closer to the season.
Tease up for like Oscars and shit.
Yeah. Like Lincoln came out then.
Welcome to my hardcore Minecraft world where I have survived 4,000 days. I love to build and a little bit more building on top. With over a year and a half spent in this world and nearly 900 hours survived, enjoy the first 1,000 days of my journey in hardcore Minecraft so far. Please leave a like and subscribe, and if you don't want to watch this entire thing, just leave it running in the background as it helps me out a ton. Let's get rocking. Today we are starting a brand new world in hardcore using the seed building with Fwip. The goal of this series is to create a beautiful Minecraft world of interconnecting cities, castles, villages, and more, all while surviving on one life in hardcore.